Old-fashioned seekers who'll pray all night long. We need some good gospel singing to help us go another mile. The church will triumph and go home in a little while. It'll be worth it after all, child. It'll be worth it after all. After all of these trials, we'll hear Jesus call. It'll be worth it after all, child. It'll be worth it after all. After all of this climbing, it'll be worth it after all. When you're down in the valley and prayer is all you can do, then the Lord sends deliverance and He strengthens you. Now if you're up on the mountain and you see me struggling along, lift my name up to Jesus. Let's help each other make it home. It'll be worth it after all, child. It'll be worth it after all. After all of these trials, we'll hear Jesus call. It'll be worth it after all, child. It'll be worth it after all. After all of this climbing, it'll be worth it after all. After all of this climbing, it'll be worth it after all. This other song, if you're like me sometimes, I'll pray and ask God to help me with something, and then I don't trust Him. I don't put it in His hands. This song reminds me to put it in God's hands, because sometimes it's hard for me to shut a door for a new one to be open for me. But I like His song. It reminds me. Let's put it in His hands. Job's been driving me crazy, job feels that are burying me. Weight of the world was on me, I was sinking like a stone. But then I realized can't make it on my own. Gonna put it into God's hands, start living on God's hands. Gonna do the best I can, that's all I can do. Gonna put away my past, somehow be overcome. I can rest easy now and put it into God's hands. Mama always told me you can't live by bread alone. Gotta have faith in the good Lord's grace, just keep on keeping on. will stop by and ask me where I am, what's on my mind. Tell them I'm not dreaming and still painting this old town red. I'll tell them I'm serving God and the old man is dead. Hallelujah. The man you see before may look a lot the same. I may wear the same and have the same old name, but you're looking on the outside. You could see inside instead. You would see a brave man, 'cause the old man is dead. Let me second verse. I used to live such a wicked life. I had no hope inside. I was lost in the darkness, searching for the light. Then one night in a little church, after hearing what the preacher said, I gave my life to Jesus, and the old man is dead. The man you see before you may look a lot the same. I may wear the same and have the same old name, but you're looking on the outside. You could see inside instead. You would see a brand new man, 'cause the old man is dead. Looking on the outside, you could see inside instead. You would see a brand new man, 'cause the old man is dead. Thank you, Jesus. What's the big deal? Why all the excitement? Folks say to me wherever I go. Why get so loud? Why all the emotion? There is no cause to make such a show. If they only knew the change in me, and I found a hope that set me free. Can't help but shout, no, without a doubt, I have hope. more than a dream, not just an ocean. Brings me new life, sings in the night. I have a hope. This hope I have, he's lived through the ages. He's never changed, he's always the same. When I read his word, he walks through the pages. Nothing goes through me when I hear his name. His name is Counselor and Friend. He is the one on whom I depend. His word is my sword. Yes, Jesus is Lord. I have a hope. I have a hope. It's not just emotion. I have a hope that anchors my soul. It's more than a dream, not just an ocean. Brings me new life, sings in the night. I have a hope. I have a hope. It's not just an ocean. I have a hope that anchors my soul. It's more than a dream, not just an ocean. Brings me new life, sings in the night. I have a hope. Brings me new life, sings in the night. Yes, I have a hope. I thank you all for letting me sing. I've had a wonderful and blessed night. I've heard some really good singing here. And there are a lot of wording songs too, and I like that. I like a lot of them. And I thank you for letting me be here. God bless you all.
Purple. Check it, make sure it's on. Check it, make sure it's on.
I can only sing at my home church, so you all pray that I can do this here. And I've noticed that different systems sound different, so I'll do my best. And I get kind of loud, so you might need to raise the music.
Okay. Got it. Start it over.
Sir, you have nothing to draw with. He heard the doubting woman say, so how can you reach this water? And when couple of times, and I hesitated about doing it, but since it's the Easter season, I'm going to try to do it. It's a beautiful song, and I tell you, Satan's had his helpers try to beat me down every time I've tried to do it, because in this song, just listen to the words, he just beat me down. I don't think he enjoys us getting up here singing about him.
Give me just a second.
You know, like Sharon, I'm glad you guys gave me the opportunity to come here and sing with and praise the Lord with you all. One of your brothers, I used to stop in the post office where I work, and he changed jobs, so I don't see him like I used to. But it was good to see him and see his wife and his children. And he was always inviting me over. Early in the city of Jerusalem, roses were covered with dew. His friends had all come together, feeling afraid and confused. The past 3 days filled with sorrow, hours when often they cried. The last time they gathered together was at a tomb with the Lord sealed inside. They spoke of the joy and the pleasure, the treasures he brought to their souls. They spoke of the healings and the miracles. It now seems such a long time ago. They remembered the last time they saw him. He was lying in a cold, dark tomb. But meanwhile in the garden at sunrise, victory had shattered the gloom. Meanwhile in the garden, the tomb he laid in was emptied at the first light of day. And the only reminder of his presence were the grave clothes left where he lay. Meanwhile in the garden, 2 angels were waiting for Mary to tell her the news. And the only one left crying today is Satan, defeated and bruised. Yes, the only one left crying today is Satan, defeated and bruised.